Alright, tonight's topic are quadrilaterals. Okay, be prepared to take a lot of notes. There is a lot of information about quadrilaterals, and it can get kind of confusing. Alright, so first off, I'm going to give you a minute and 30 seconds. Number your paper from 1 to 5. Oh, get a piece of paper out. Hopefully you should have paper out because your notes. But number it from 1 to 5, and I'm going to give you a minute and 30 seconds to write the number of sides for each polygon. On your mark, get set, go. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's more than a minute and 30 seconds. And stop. Okay, I don't know if that was a minute and 30 seconds because I had to guess because that timer went to 17 minutes. Square, 4 sides. Decagon, 10 sides. Hexagon, 6 sides. Pentagon, 5 sides. Octagon, 8 sides. Alright, so a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has 4 sides and 4 angles. Doesn't matter the size of the sides, doesn't matter the size of the angle. It's got 4 sides, 4 angles, and it is a closed shape. Alright, so the first of our quadrilaterals is a trapezoid. Okay, a trapezoid looks similar to this. It's got 4 sides and 4 angles. Okay, but it has exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. So remember, parallel are 2 lines that are in the same plane but never intersect, but they're the same distance apart at every point. So this up here would be my first line. This up here would be my second parallel line. Okay, they're the equal distance apart, and they never touch. They are parallel. Okay, so a trapezoid has 1 side of parallel lines. Okay, which of these 4 are trapezoids? Are they all 4 quadrilaterals? Yes, they are all 4 quadrilaterals. But let's figure out which ones are trapezoids. I see 2 of them. Okay, this one's got 1, 2 parallel sides. That one's a trapezoid. This one's got 1, 2 parallel sides. This is a trapezoid. How come this one? This has got a bunch of parallel sides. How come that is not a trapezoid? Or is it? Okay. The idea of a trapezoid is it has only 2 parallel sides, or 1 pair of parallel sides. This has 4. All 4 of these are parallel. This is parallel to this one. This one's parallel to that one. Okay, so 2 pairs. Not the definition of a trapezoid. Not sure what happened there. Okay, another one is a rhombus. I'm sorry, a parallelogram. I went ahead of myself. A parallelogram has 2 pair of congruent sides and 2 pairs of parallel sides. Okay, so congruent means going the same way, and parallel obviously is 2 lines that never intersect. Okay, so they have the same size and shape. Congruent figures have the same size and shape. So right here, we have a parallel, our pair of parallel sides, okay? And then we've got the general size and shape. So this gives us the same size and shape, okay? These 2 other lines. Okay, which one of these are parallelograms? All right. This one right here looks to be like our only parallelogram. Let's see if I'm correct. Okay, yes, this one is our only parallelogram. All right, rectangle. A rectangle has two pairs of congruent sides and 4 right angles. And those right angles are going to equal 90 degrees, or not equal 90 degrees, but each angle is a 90-degree angle. Okay, so rectangle. These you should know. You've been learning these since preschool, right? So the sides are going to be the same lengthwise. Okay, they're congruent, which means the same in length or shape. Okay, so these two sides are the same. These two sides are the same in length. Okay, makes it a rectangle. All right, a rhombus. A rhombus has 4 congruent sides and 2 pairs of congruent angles. Okay, so I've got 2 of the same angle, and I got 4 of the same size of sides. Okay, so if this was a 5, this is going to be a 5, this is going to be a 5, this is going to be a 5. Okay, this angle is going to match this angle is going to match this angle. Makes it a rhombus. Alright, so which figures of these are rhombuses? Okay, this is a parallelogram, or trapezoid, sorry, trapezoid. This one's a parallelogram. This one's not anything that we've learned. Okay, it leaves us with these two. These two kind of look the same, so I'm going to say these are probably both parallelograms. So that leaves us with this one right here, which would be our rhombus. Alright, square. You guys should know squares. 4 congruent sides. So I've got this side is the same as this side, is the same as this side, is the same as this side. Okay, and 4 right angles. All 4 sides are equal in measure. All 4 angles are equal in measure. Okay, is a square a parallelogram? Is it a quadrilateral, or is it a rectangle? Okay, well, it's not a rectangle for sure, because a square has equal sides. All 4 sides are equal. A rectangle only has 2 equal sides. Okay, so the top and bottom would be the same, but the right and left are going to be different. Okay, a square is a quadrilateral, so this one is a yes. It's a happy face. Okay, it's a type of quadrilateral. Quadrilateral has 4 sides and 4 angles. Doesn't matter the sides are the angle. And lastly, is a square a parallelogram? Okay, a parallelogram, remember, has 2 congruent sides, which are the same, and 2 parallel sides. Okay. Mrs. Fernley's parallelogram is horrible, but it would not be a parallelogram. All right, so here's a Venn diagram. You guys remember what Venn diagrams are? Okay, trapezoids are all the way over here by itself. It doesn't even share in the quadrilateral Venn diagram. Parallelograms are kind of by themselves as well. They don't share in rectangles, squares, and rhombuses. But as you can see in the middle of the parallelogram, you've got rectangles and squares and rhombuses. You have rhombuses don't have any properties of rectangles, but squares has properties of both. Okay, so a square would has properties of a rectangle and a rhombus. All right. Check the box next to the word that classifies each figure in as many ways as possible. Okay, which one is this? Definitely quadrilateral, because we're working on quadrilaterals right now. Okay, how about a parallelogram? Does it look like a parallelogram? Okay, could be a parallelogram. Let's go back to that. How about a square? Do I have 4 equal sides and 4 right angles? Nope. How about a rectangle? Do I have any right angles? Nope. Rhombus, for sure. It looks just like the picture of a rhombus. A trapezoid. Okay. Nope, not a trapezoid. And a rhombus could very well be a similar to a parallelogram because it's got parallel lines. Okay, so I'm going to check mark that one. Alright, let's take it to the next one. Take a look at that one for a second. Okay, so this is a trapezoid. Okay, so we got a trapezoid. Trapezoid is definitely a quadrilateral because we're working on quadrilaterals. But is a trapezoid anything else? Is it a rhombus? Is it a rectangle? Is it a square? Definitely not a rectangle or square, right? Okay, doesn't have any right angles. Okay, so we can eliminate rectangles and squares. What about a rhombus? It has two pairs of parallel sides, okay, but does it have four equal sides? Two pairs of parallel sides, yes, but all four sides are not equal. Can't be a rhombus. And a parallelogram. Can it be a parallelogram? Two pairs of parallel sides, yes, and opposite sides are equal. Do these look like they're equal? Okay, this is not equal in length to, so top is not equal to length and bottom. Okay, so right there it tells us no, it's not a parallelogram. Alright, trapezoids are all in a class all of itself. You will not find a trapezoid being anything but a trapezoid. Alright, how about this rectangle? Okay, rectangle is a quadrilateral. It is a rectangle. Is a rectangle a square? Does it have all four equal sides? No. Okay. Is the rectangle a trapezoid? Remember what I just said about trapezoids. Trapezoids don't share with anything else. Okay, so it cannot be a trapezoid. How about a rhombus or a parallelogram? Okay, a rhombus has two pairs of parallel sides. Okay, this is parallel to this one. This is parallel to this one. Okay, but does it have four equal sides? Okay, this side is not equal to this side. Okay, my bottom is not equal to my right or to my left. Okay, so it cannot be a rhombus. But is it a parallelogram? It's got two pairs of parallel sides. So yes, check there. And it says that opposite sides are equal. So if this is equal to this, which it is, and this is equal to this, which it is a parallelogram. Alright, how about this one? We got a square. We're working with quadrilaterals. Let's check off quadrilaterals. Okay, check off that it's a square. We can recognize that from preschool. Okay, we know that it can't be a trapezoid because trapezoid is all in a class all of its own. Alright, but is a square a parallelogram? Does it have two pairs of parallel sides? We have parallel side here and parallel side here. These two sides are parallel. Good. Okay. Are the opposite sides equal? Yep, this side is equal to that side. This side is equal to that side. So yes, it's a parallelogram. What about a rectangle? Does it have two pairs of parallel sides? Check. Opposite sides are equal. Check. And it's got four right angles. Oh, check. Okay, so a square is a type of rectangle. Ooh, mind blown, right? Alright, and rhombus. Let's see. Let's define the rhombus. It's got two pairs of parallel sides. Check. It's got four equal sides. Check. Okay, so it is also a rhombus. Okay, so a square is all of these things but a trapezoid. Alright, so which statement is true about this figure? Take a look at that figure. All of its angles are congruent. Does it have equal or the same size angles? It might, right? It doesn't really tell us. How about B? All of its sides are congruent. Does it have the same size sides? That could be as well. They kind of look the same. It has two pairs of parallel sides. Yes, both sides are parallel. And D, it has only one pair of congruent angles. That I don't know. Okay, so without knowing the angles, I can just guess based on how it looks. And it looks to me like it's a rhombus, which means it's got two pairs of parallel sides. I don't know anything about its angles. I don't know about the size of its sides. So I have to go with what I know and what I can see. Alright, so before we go over homework, I want to go over this one last time and make you a little bit of a chart. Okay, because quadrilaterals are a little difficult to understand at times. Okay, so basically it goes like this. I have quadrilaterals, and please write this in your notebook. I have quadrilaterals, okay? That's the mother of all of them. From quadrilaterals, I've got three choices to make. Okay? I have just a general quadrilateral, which has no equal sides, no parallel sides. I have a parallelogram. And a parallelogram has two pairs of equal sides. And opposite sides are equal. Okay, and then I have a trapezoid. Okay, and a trapezoid has exactly one pair of parallel sides. Okay, so my quadrilaterals are broken up into three main types of quadrilaterals. Okay. Now we take our parallelogram, and that parallelogram is also broken up, okay, into two. I have my rectangle and my rhombus. Okay, rectangle has two pairs of parallel sides. With opposite sides equal. And 4 right angles. My rhombus has two pairs of parallel sides. And all 4 sides are equal. 4 sides equal. Okay, so now opposite sides, that's the difference between these two. Opposite sides are equal, all 4 sides are equal. That's the difference between a rectangle and a rhombus. Okay, and then from the rhombus and the rectangle, I get the square. Okay, and my square has two pairs of parallel sides, 4 equal sides, and 4 right angles. That's how it makes it. That's how a square is a rhombus, a rectangle, a parallelogram, and a quadrilateral. It's got all of the characteristics of all of those things. Alright, so pause the video now if you need to go ahead and copy that all down, and then move on to doing homework. Okay, so classifying quadrilaterals in 1 through 4, we're going to classify each figure in as many of the following ways as possible. Write quadrilateral, parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square, or trapezoid. Okay, so number 1, I can tell it's a rectangle. I can look at my notes, and it would tell me that a rectangle is also a parallelogram. And it's a quadrilateral. Okay, number 2 is a trapezoid. Okay, and a trapezoid is all by itself. It is only a quadrilateral. Okay, you can figure 3 and 4 out on your own. Alright, numbers 5 through 8, you're going to draw and label an example of each quadrilateral. Okay, so if I have 2 pairs of parallel sides, so I have parallel side here, and opposite sides are equal, what does that give me? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here, 8 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and 5 here. Okay, it's a rectangle. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing with 6, 7, and 8. Number 9, describe and classify the roof of the Victorian dollhouse. Okay, this is the roof. What is that? Okay, to figure out the shape. What are the different ways to classify the windows? Okay, it's a rectangle. Number 11, which is the best description of the figure shown? And number 12, those are multiple choice, so you can figure those out. And for your WSQ, write one paragraph summarizing what you learned. And we'll see you in the morning.